Hey designers, in this video, we are going to create this tennis effect. I started with a normal tennis video like this one. Let's get started. First of all, here is the video we're going to work on. Now, move the playhead to the point where the player throws the ball into the air. Once you have the exact moment, we're going to import the tennis ball graphic. This is a transparent tennis ball image. Let's go ahead and drag and drop it onto the timeline. Next, we're going to scale the tennis ball down. Let's make it really small, about 2% of its original size. Place it exactly where the original tennis ball is in the video. Once you have it in position, click on the stopwatch next to scale, and then press Shift+P to bring up the position property. Also, click the stopwatch next to position. Now, move the playhead a few frames forward right to the point where the player is about to hit the ball with the racket. Let's find that point. And yes, I think this is the perfect spot. At this point, we're going to align the tennis ball both vertically and horizontally inside the composition. Scale up the ball here. Move the playhead back to the first frame, and let's trim the tennis ball layer from the start, so it only appears at the point where we've set the keyframes. The shortcut to trim it is Alt+Left square bracket on your keyboard. Now, select both of the keyframes for position and scale, and press F9 to ease them. After that, go into the graph editor and adjust the graph as shown in the video for smoother motion. Once that's done, preview the animation. Looks perfect. Now, move the playhead a few frames forward to the point where the player is hitting the ball with the racket. At this point, scale the tennis ball back down to 2% and adjust its position to match the original tennis ball again. Okay, now adjust the tennis ball perfectly at this point. Once it's positioned, we're going to trim the ball layer from the end as well. To do that, press Alt+Right square bracket. Now, let's preview the animation. Now that we've adjusted the tennis ball, let's move on to applying a slow motion effect to the original video. First, select your video layer, then go to Layer Time and enable time remapping. Now, move the playhead to the point where you want the slow motion to start. In my case, this is at 2:07. Once you're at the correct point, click the small icon next to time remapping to add a keyframe. Next, move the playhead forward a bit, this is where the slow motion will end. For me, that's around 2:17, but you can adjust this based on your video. Now, instead of using the actual time, like 2:17 in my case, you're going to manually set this point to an earlier time to create the slow motion effect. In my example, I'll change the time from 2:17 to 2:10. By doing this, the video will slow down between 2:07 and 2:10, creating a smooth slow motion effect. You should see that the slow motion kicks in between those two keyframes. Looks good, right? Now, we're going to add the smoke puff effect where the racket hits the ball. I have a video of a smoke puff that we'll use, so let's import it. Drag and drop it onto the timeline, it's a transparent video. Position the smoke puff effect at the exact moment where the racket hits the ball. Change the blending mode from normal to screen to make it blend seamlessly with the scene. Adjust the scale and rotation as needed so it fits just right. Once everything is in place, let's preview the animation again. Now, let's trim the timeline to the point where our video ends, so everything stays clean and organized. We only need to apply one more effect. First, select the tennis ball layer and make it 3D by enabling the 3D option. Press R on your keyboard to bring up the rotation settings. Then press Shift+U so you can also see all the keyframes we've applied earlier. Click on the stopwatch next to Z rotation to start animating the rotation. Move the playhead to the second frame and adjust the Z rotation value, increasing it a bit. Now, move to the next frame and increase the Z rotation value some more. Let's preview the animation to check how it looks. I think we need to make some adjustments here. I don't want the ball to be rotating when it reaches the very top, it should pause for a moment. So, if the rotation is at 128 degrees at this point, move the playhead back a little and set the rotation to 128 degrees there as well. Now, let's preview the animation again. Perfect. Next, select both of these Z-rotation keyframes and press F9 to apply an easy ease for smoother motion. Adjust the spacing between the keyframes to make it a bit tighter, like this. Finally, preview the animation one more time, and your video effect is complete. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Ace Designs for more tips and tutorials. I hope this was a beginner-friendly tutorial, and that you enjoyed it.